Hey, welcome to this webinar. This is the fundamentals of gospel music to total absolute beginners. So it doesn't matter if you have zero experience playing the piano because we're going to be holding your hands like this, step by step, and walk you through. So your instructor for this course is going to be Joe Joseph, founder of Gospel Music Mastery, and the goal is to empower musicians to help you level up. I mean, prevent you from playing boring chords and start playing like the pros. I mean, take your playing to the next level. Like, this cannot be overemphasized, and I'm not sugarcoating my words because this video you are watching right now is loaded. It's loaded, all right? It doesn't matter if you haven't played. So by the end of this video, you will understand most of what is going on here, all right? I'm going to be giving you this unique approach that you can use to understand the fundamentals. I mean, everything you basically need to know, okay? You're going to understand all of these fundamentals that we are doing. I'm just waiting for something. Are we good to go? Okay. Okay, so for now, I'm going to be giving you some knowledge. You need the knowledge. You need to understand that nodes create scales and scales creates chords. Chords create progression and progression creates your songs. So the piano, as you're saying it, they're just white notes and black notes, or white keys and black keys. Okay? And I also need you to understand that these white keys you're seeing as what we call the natural keys. Then these black keys are sharp and flat keys, or you can also call them the supporting keys. I don't know why I like to use this analogy. So God created God created woman to be a helpmate. I don't know, so you can think of the black keys more like the woman. They are helpmates. They are here to support the men. If you're a man watching this video, kudos to you. And if you're a woman, oh my God, kudos to you. You are the greatest because without you, I mean, you're the one offering all the support and all. What you need to understand next is that you see that there's a stack of two black notes and stack of three black notes. All right. So you see, this is a group of two black notes, and this is a group of three black notes. I don't know if you love LeBron James. I think 23 basketball player, right? 23. So you can use that to quickly remember this. So 2, 3, 2, 3. So the first white key before this two key is always your C. So I'm giving you this formula or logic rather so that you can easily use it to identify where your key C is on the piano. So C is to the left. So let me test your knowledge right now. This is going to be more like an interactive class. So group of two black notes, group of three black notes. Where is our C? This. C is to the left of the group of two black keys. Yes, I'm correct. So this is your C. So let's try it. This is C. This is C. This is your C. This is your C. So on the piano, it's just like your alphabet. Okay. The root is actually C. But I know your alphabet starts from A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So it ends at G. There's no H, there's no I, and etc. etc. So it's just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, then back to A again. But musically, we have to start from C. I just had to give you that because I know you're familiar with the alphabet and just to kind of quicken your understanding. like simplify it in a way you understand it real quick. So after C, what comes after C in an alphabet is D. So that means D is the next key. So what comes next after D? Take a wild guess, guys. Okay, E, and it's displayed on the screen, right? Next, we have words A, B, C, D, E, F, right? Okay, after F, we have words A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So this is G. Then it ends at G, right? Don't forget that there's no H, so you just come back to A, B, then back to your C. I hope I'm not too fast. I just want to make sure I'm carrying you along because that's the goal of this course. So this is C, this is D, this is E, this is F, this is G, this is A, this is B, then back to C. So let's try this exercise one more time. Here, this is going to be your C. Remember, I got it from the group of 2 black notes. Then to the left, the first white note, that's your C. So this is C, 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 C. Okay? Then if this is going to be D, what's going to be the next D in the next octave? It's going to be D's. D, 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 D. So you just need to understand and familiarize yourself with all the keys, like where E is located in the upper register of the piano. So if this is E, this is going to be our E, 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 E. Then this is F. Remember, group of 3 black keys. Then to the left, the white key to the left is always going to be your F. So F, 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 and F. Then G, 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 G. This is your key G. This is key G. This is A. This is going to be our A. This is A. This is A. This is our key A, and key A. Then I think the last for our software notation, we'll get to that in a bit. This is B. Then this is B. This is B. 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 B, B. Now it's very important for you to press the notes and say the notes just like as I'm doing it right now to illustrate to you. So it's going to lock and help you understand the fundamentals. Like in your subconscious mind, it's going to register these concepts in your head and you're going to pretty much get it handy whenever you need it. So this is F, G. It might take a little time. I mean, you need to practice, right? You need to practice and don't be hard on yourself. You are an absolute beginner and you're going to get these concepts because that's what we stand for. I mean, we are here to you must know how to play piano this year. In 2026, I don't know if you're watching this video in 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, just name it. I mean, you must know how to play piano. If you don't get this concept, I'm going to come to your house. Okay. Just to recap what we've covered so far, I want to be sure you're carried along. We talked about the white keys, where we say the white keys are the natural keys. Then we talked about the black keys. The black keys are sharp and flat keys, or also known as the supporting keys. And we use the analogy of a man and woman. So you can think of the white keys like the men, then the black keys are the women, so they're more like supporting keys. A woman is there to support the man. Some of you are going to argue with me right now. I mean, God created woman to be a helpmate to the man, right? But let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's come back to piano lesson. Come back. Come back. Okay. So I, I want you to observe something pretty close. If you look closely on this piano, sorry, on the key C, you notice that it has more like an L shape. You see the way it has more like an L shape. Your F equally, your F also has that F shape. Then your D, you notice that your D has like this T shape, but it's upside down. So you can actually use this logic to quickly identify them as well if you're confused. Then E, you notice that E also has this L shape, but it's inverted, like facing the opposite direction. Then C and F have the same L shape. Then the key of G uh looks like T, but if you notice the left hand side is not fully complete. Same thing with the A. So you can actually use this to quickly identify most of that. So C, F, and B, they have more like that L shape, except for the fact that sorry, C and F has that L shape, then E and B is facing the opposite direction, like facing your left. Okay, so now let's talk about the concept of half step. Half step is just counting one. We have half step and whole step. So half step, you're not skipping a note, but whole step, you're going to be skipping a note. Let me help you understand that by illustrating on the key. So if this is C, if I just go ahead and play the next notes after C, this is half step because I'm not skipping any notes. But if I want to play whole step, I'm going to skip a note. So I'll skip this note, this black key, and play the D. So this is a whole step because I skipped the notes. Another way you can try to wrap your head around it is you can just count two. Half step, you just count one. Then whole step, you just count two. So this is the root, you don't count this. So if I want to get half step, I'll just say one. That's half step. Let's come back again. If we want to count whole step, I will just say 1, 2. Okay? So anytime you see a note in between, that's a whole step. But anytime there is no notes in between, that means that's half step. So this is actually a fundamental concept that you need to get. So let me test your knowledge right now. So I'll be sure you are following this lecture. Okay, if this is F, can you move half step forward? I know you got that right, but let's go through it together. Half step is just counting one. So this is half step. We just move half step from F to F sharp. Okay, let's come back to F. What if we want to move whole step? What's going to be the right notes? Whole step. Guys, let me give you this expo. You have to skip a note. You skip a note. Okay, you got that. So congratulations, you're following. In the key of C, if you just come here, that's whole step because there's a skip. There's a note in between. If we come here, that's still a whole step because there's a note in between. When we come here, this is half step because there's no notes in between. If we go to G, this is a whole step because there's a note in between from F and G. Then if we go to A, from G to A, this is still a whole step because there is a space, there's notes in between. Then if we go from A to B, this is still whole step because there is a note in between, which is this black key. I know we've not talked about the name. We're going to get into it in a bit. Then if we move from B to C, this is going to be half step because there is no note in between. So we'll just move from B to C. Okay, so nice. Having covered these fundamental concepts, let's talk about the sharp and flat keys, which is the black. Try the black keys you're seeing on the screen right now. So we said the black keys are the sharp and flat keys, all right? Sharp simply means something ascending, something moving forward, moving to the right direction. So if this is C and we're moving to the right direction forward, remember sharp is just for you to add that prefix or prefix suffix. I think it's prefix. You just add sharp to the particular key you're moving from. So if this is C and we're moving up, this is going to be C sharp. C sharp. I know on the screen you are seeing D and with a sign like B. That sign simply means flats. We'll get to that in a bit. We're talking about sharp right now. We'll get to flats very shortly. So this is C. This is C sharp. So if this is D, this is going to be what? D sharp. Then this is E. There is no black key in front of this, so we'll just move forward to the next key, which is F. Then this will be what? F sharp. If this is G, this is going to be G sharp. If this is A, then this is going to be what? A sharp. Then this is B, then back to C. What I need you to understand is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then C. I can still remember vividly when I started, I had to write the names on a, what's the name of this stuff? What's it called? Like I needed to use a marker. I wrote it on a paper. There's the name of this tape gum. So I actually placed it on top of every key so that I will remember this is C, this is D, this is E, F, G, A, B, and C. You don't need to do that, right? You just need to understand the concept. I mean, from the alphabet, after A, B is what? C. After C is going to be your D. After D is going to be what? E. After E is going to be what? F. After F is going to be what? G. And you have to understand that there's no H on the piano. So once you get to G, you go back to A, then you go back to B and C. So that concept is really simple for you to grab. So let's recap one more time. If this is C, this is going to be C sharp. If this is D, this is going to be D sharp. This is E, F, F sharp. This is G, G sharp. This is A sharp. This is B, then back to C. Yeah. So now let's talk about flat. Flat is the opposite, something moving backward, going downward, moving to the left direction. So if we're moving backward, if this is C, since we are starting from C, if we move back, this is going to be what? This is going to be your B. I don't know, people might want to call this C flat, but it might be right musically, but I mean, let's just keep it simple. This is C, this is B, then if we take it back, it's going to be what? This is going to be B flat. B flat. Then this is A. If we take A, half step, this is going to be A flat. So now let me cover this real quick. On the screen you see where it's displaying A with a sign looking like a B. That sign is known as flat. So sharp is more like this, an hash sign. So that's actually flat. So A flat, G, then this is going to be G flat. If this is F, there's no black key, so we just come to the E, then E flat. And if this is our D, this is going to be what? D flat, then back to C. So you notice something that on the white, on the key of C, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these black keys or notes, they have two names. When it is ascending, this is C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp, and A sharp. But when it is descending, this is B flat, A flat, G flat, E flat, and C sharp. So in Nigeria, actually, we have two names, like your tribal name, I don't know, maybe your native name, then English name. So you can think of it more like that. These black keys or notes, they have two names, sharps and flats. So it's very important, again, for you to understand that concept. For me, when I got started, like I tried to close my eyes and visualize, try to picture the keyboard while my eyes is closed. So I don't know if you can do that right now. Are you seeing the white keys? Are you seeing the black keys? Then can you try to identify where the C is? Remember, group of two. As my eyes are actually closed currently. So as I'm looking at this, I'm seeing this is the C. Then group of three black knows this is the F. Yeah, so you can equally do that as well. So you have to keep doing it over and over until you gain mastery. The word mastery is actually a trap. Okay, the word mastery is what? A trap. Repetition is mastery. So if you want to master anything, just do that in over and over. Keep repeating it. But once you say you just want to master it, if it's not perfect, oh my god. So repetition equals to mastery. If you want to be a master in anything, I mean, repetition. Just repeat it, go over it, and you're going to master it. Okay, we've covered those basic fundamentals. So we need to move to something next. I don't know if you have any question or you are confused. I mean, the concepts we've covered so far. You can actually drop your comments, and I'll be there to attend to your queries ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. I'm at your service, guys. Okay, so let's talk about octaves. Octave is it just comprised of, like, on the piano we have 12 keys. So starting from C, this is 2 3 sorry 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So these are the 12 keys we have on the piano. If this keyboard is being disassembled now, you see that it's individual. So putting all this together is what comprises to give us what we call an octave. So this is just 12 key. Another 12 key is another octave. This is another octave. This is another octave. This is another octave. Like so. So on this keyboard, this is 88 keys, like the total keys all together. Should we count it if you doubt me? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88. So this is 88 keys. We have, I don't know, maybe you are using a 5 octave piano. For this is like a 7 octave piano. I don't know. This is not counted. Start from here. So this is 1 octave, this is 2 octave, this is 3 octave, 4 octave, 5 octave, 6. What am I saying? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. So this is like a 7 octave piano. and we need to know where our middle C is. We need to know where our middle C is. Our middle C is going to be here, C3. And that's because this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's an extra C here, but C3 is always going to be your you see on the screen is displaying C3. So this is 1 octave. This is 2. What am I saying? What am I saying, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that's complete. Half of 8 is 4, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, just have it in mind that C3 is always going to be a major C, depending on it doesn't matter the keyboard you're playing. Your C3 is going to always be your major C. Having covered that, we need to keep going as well. Next, let's talk about the major scale. On the key of C, major scale. So the major scale is also known as what we call the solfa notation. For me, I'm going to advise you, if you want to really master this, try to sing it out loud. The solfa notation is like this. Do, it's now re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Now let's take it going back down. This is do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. I highly recommend you do this, and I highly recommend you use a metronome to practice this. I have a metronome here, but it won't play out loud for some reasons. Yeah, so it's really advisable for you to use a metronome. I'll try to play a metronome shortly, but before then, let me give you the right fingering you can use to play your major scale. So before we do that, let's talk about the names of these 5 fingers. I'm sure most of you already know it, but if you don't know it, it's fine. That's why we're covering it. This first finger, this is your thumb, and this is your index finger. This is your middle finger, engagement finger, where you put the engagement ring. This is going to be your ring finger. When you're married, this is your ring finger. Then this is the last finger, the smallest, that's your pinky. Having built that, or having given you that understanding, on the keyboard, your thumb is going to be on C, your index is going to be on D, your middle finger is going to be on E. Then you see the way I cross my fingers right now. I'm taking it slow. Your thumb is going to come back to your F. Then your index will go to the G. Your middle finger on A. Ring finger on B. Then your pinky on the C. That's if you're going to be running just 1 octave. But if you want to take it to another octave, you're not going to end it with your pinky. It's going to be something like this. You cross your thumb and start with your thumb again on C. Then let's take it backward with same fingering. So in your metronome, you can try to use 60 BPM. BPM simply stands for beats per minute. So that's the tempo. And here's the temptation, guys. Don't try to play it fast. Don't try to do it fast. Just play it really slow. When you try to play it fast, I mean, you haven't built that muscle memory, you have not perfected it. So trying to do it fast, you're cheating yourself. Just take it slow so that you can get accuracy. Very important, guys. How can I get a metronome? My God, it's going to take time to figure that out right now. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a metronome in the resources section so you can actually download it from there. It's going to be in the description. It's going to be in the description. Yeah, this video is also going to be on my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, you can download the metronome from the description below. Okay. That's what I don't want you to do right now. I want you to take it slow. That's why I really wanted us to use that metronome. I have one. I think let me just play it. Maybe you hear it. But this is actually fast. I don't know if you can hear it. How can I reduce the speed? I need to reduce. Okay. Metronome. I don't know why it can't be slower than this, but you get my point, right? So you need to use metronome to practice it and take it really, really slow. Let's try to see how we can. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just trying to cycle the 12 keys. Now let me give you the formula you can use to build your major scale so that you can just pick any key of your choice and run the surface. Thank God we've covered the concept of half step and whole step. So to get the major scale, this is your 1, right? The key of C. To get the formula you can use to run your major scale is going to be this. It's going to be whole step, half step, whole step, and whole step. Let me recap again. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. We have 2 whole step, 1 half step, then 3 whole step. On the screen is going to be displayed. It's going to be whole step. I'm going to write it as an abbreviation. Whole step whole step is going to be W for whole, S for step. Then half step is going to be H. Then S is going to be step. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step. If you understand this formula right now, you can just pick any key of your choice. Let me just pick the key of F. Then you apply the formula. Whole step is what's counting to or skipping a note. So if we skip this note and come to this place, this is 1 whole step. Another whole step again, skip this. So this is 2 whole step right now. Then next we have to move 1 half step. So half step is just counting 1. You're not skipping a note. Okay, so we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Then we need to count how many whole step now? 3 whole step. So to get another whole step, we skip this B note and come here. This is 1 whole step. Another whole step, skip this and come here. And the last whole step, skip this and come here. So this is going to be your major scale on the key of F. So let's play that. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how you can get or build major scale in any key of your choice using that formula: whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. Now let's try to cycle the 12 keys. Since we've understand how to play our major scale on the key of C, let's go to the next key. I told you we have 12 keys on the keyboard or piano. This and is C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. Those are the 12 keys. Like, just think of it. Any artist you know, all the songs they are going to sing, they are not going to sing outside these 12 keys. Their key must fall under one of these 12 keys. And one thing I noticed that is very hard for beginners is how to look for a singer song. That's where transpose comes in. How to transpose to look for a singer's key, and also how to play a song. Like I'm talking about the progression, how to play the progression of a song. You have no worries. We're going to cover everything. It might not be in this section, but it's going to be another different section. So let's pick the key of C sharp, which is the next key after C. Let's try to run the major scale here using the same formula I taught you just now. Whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step. I'm going to be taking it slow since you've gotten the drill. This is C sharp, the key we want to run our major scale. So the formula: whole step, skip this note and come here. This is whole step, one whole step now. Another whole step, skip this and come here. So we've gotten our 2 whole step, whole step, whole step. Next is half step. Half step from F is F sharp. Then we have 3 more whole step to go. Skip this and come here. Skip this and come here. Skip this and come here. So it's now complete. So these are the notes. This is the notes to build our major scale on the key of C sharp. So let's play it together. It will now be Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Si. Then back to the 1. Do. Before we cycle all the 12 keys, let me cover this very quickly. Number system. Number system is a way of representing your major scales with numbers, or your software notation, just replacing them with numbers. So this is going to be 1, this is going to be 2, this is going to be 3, this is going to be your 4, this is going to be your 5, this is going to be your 6, this is going to be your 7, then back to the 1. Instead of calling it by suffix, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, then back to the 1. Instead of calling it by suffix, we just substitute. If I say 1, you know your 1 is going to be the do, C. If I say 2, you know the 2 is going to be your D. If I say 3, you know your D is going to be the sorry, if I say 3, you know your 3 is going to be E. If I say 4, you know your 4 is going to be the F. If I say 5, you know your 5 is going to be the G. If I say 6, you know your 6 is going to be A. If I say 7, you know your 7 is going to be B. So let's come back to C sharp. Now, if C sharp is 1, if I say 2, 2 is going to be what? It's going to be D sharp. 3 is going to be F. Our 4 is going to be F sharp. Our 5 is going to be A sharp. Sorry, G sharp. This is G, then G sharp. Then 6 is going to be A sharp. This is A, and this is A sharp. Then 7 is going to be C. Then back to the 1. Also, in the description below, I have a PDF file that contains all the right notes to build your major scale in all 12 keys. So you can download it and actually use it to practice as well. It's going to come in handy. Having said that, I'm not going to complete this module because I want to give you that as an assignment. Yeah, it's going to be an assignment or practical so that you can get your hands dirty. Use it as an exercise to. I've already given you everything you need. It's just like I've given you the nets to catch this fish by yourself, which is the best thing to do. Just pick any key and use the formula whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step to get the to build the major scale on that particular key. So I'm going to pick one key right now, then I'll allow you to do the rest. I'll pick B flat. And let's build our major scale on the key of B sharp here. Sorry, A sharp or B flat. It's the same, A sharp or B flat. So let's use the same formula again. We say whole step. Whole step is you skip a note, play the next. So this is one whole step. Then another whole step, skip this note and play this. Next we have half step. Then whole step, skip this note and come here. Another whole step. Then the last whole step. Then back to the one. Having built that, this is going to be our major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then back to the 1. That's what I just did. So I'll allow you to figure out or build the major scale on the key of E flat, on the key of E. We've done F already. I'll allow you to do that. Build the major scale of F, G, A flat, A, and B. Okay? If you have any challenge in doing that, I will record a dedicated video covering all the 12 keys. But for now, this is an assessment for you to test your knowledge to see how far if you're really following the course. And it's going to help your muscle memory because as you're trying to build it yourself, I mean, it's going to lock, it's going to stick to your subconscious, which is the best. Now, next, let's talk about chords, which is my favorite part. So in order to build your chords, since we have covered the scale, let's come back to the key of C, which is like the home key. In order to build your major triad chords, we are going to be using the number system here. This is where number system comes in really handy. I'm sure you already know this is your 1, this is your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we call this your 1, the 2, this is your 2, then the 3 is your major third, this is your 4, this is your perfect fifth, this is your 6, and this is your 7. So to build your major triad chord is going to be your 1, your 3, and your 5. Like this is your root. This is the chord you are supposed to play over your 1. On my right hand side, this is your C major triad chord. And we build this chord using the 1, the 3, and the 5. That's the formula we used. Since you already know the scale of all 12 keys, I believe you have already covered that. If you haven't done the assessment I gave, please pause this video and try to do it. When you finish it, then you come back and continue the video. So I expect you now to come to the key of C sharp. I want you to cover the major triad in all 12 keys. We're going to be doing this one together, so don't be alarmed. On the key of C sharp, this is your root. F is going to be your major third. Then A flat is going to be your major fifth, perfect fifth, sorry. So this is major triad. So another way to go about it, If we can get it on the key of C, we can just move half step. So I'll take C half step to C sharp. I'll take E half step to F, and I'll take G half step to A flat. So from here, I got this. So this is C major triad, half step. This is C sharp major triad. I'll take everything half step now again. So this is D major triad chord. Then this is, I just move half step again. This is D sharp major triad. Let's still move half step till we cycle the 12 keys. This is E major triad, half step. This is F major triad. Let's move half step again. This is F sharp major triad. Let's move half step again. This is G major triad. Let's still move half step. This is G sharp major triad. We'll still move half step. This is A major triad. We'll still move half step. This is A sharp major triad. Let's still move half step, which is the last. This is B major triad. Then back to C. Notes form scales. Scales forms, notes form scales. Scales forms chords. And chord forms progression. And progression obviously is a song. Creates or forms songs. So we've covered notes, and now we've tried to cycle our major chords in all 12 keys. So the reason why we did this is so that when you are playing C now, you know this is the chord you are supposed to play on your right hand side. So this is your root, this is your chord. In a real sense, the bassist is going to be playing the roots for you. So your job is to play full chords. As a pianist, your right hand side is going to be adding fills just to add beauty to the song. Your bassist will play the roots for you, but for now we are going to be doing it. Then if we take everything half step, it's going to be this. So we'll do this exercise and cycle the 12 keys. This is D. This is D sharp. This is E. This is F. This is F sharp. This is G. This is G sharp. This is A. This is A sharp. This is B. Then back to C. The next thing I would like us to cover is minor. It's minor chords, and we are also going to cycle the 12 keys. The reason why I'm giving you this, you are going to understand shortly. But let me give you a hint before we continue. Your C is always going to be major. Your D, your 2, this is 1. 1 is always going to be major. 2 is always going to be minor. 3 is always going to be minor. Then 4 is always going to be major. 5 is always going to be major. A, your 6, is always going to be minor. Then your 7 is always going to be diminished. But a lot of times your 5 is still related to the 7. You can play the 5 like other inversions. We've not covered inversions. We'll do that after this section. But your 7 is always going to be diminished, then back to the 1. So the reason why we're going to learn major and minor chords in all 12 keys is because if you know how to play major and minor chords in all 12 keys, once I just call the number system for you, and I gave you this logic already that the 1 is always going to be major, your 2 is always going to be minor, Your 3 is always going to be minor. 4 and 5 is always going to be major. 6 is going to be minor. 7 diminished, then back to the 1. So you understand that your 1, your 4, and your 5 is major. Always going to be major. Then 2, 3, 6 is always going to be minor. Then 7 is always going to be diminished. If you know how to play the minor chords, once I just say 2, you already know the minor chord of this particular key, so it's going to be easy for you to play it. So having said that, let's cover the minor chords in all 12 keys. So this is our C major triad chord that we just covered, not quite long. In order to get our minor chord, is just to take the middle note, which is your major third, a half step lower. On the screen you can see C minor, M-I-N. This is major. Then if you take the major third, just a half step down, this is C minor. So this is your minor third. This is your 1, this is your minor third, and this is your perfect fifth. So the combination of your 1, minor third, and perfect fifth is what gives you the minor chord. Let's take everything half step forward to cover the minor chords in all 12 keys. So this is C minor. If we take it half step forward, this is, I'm going to be calling, instead of calling it by sharps, I'm going to be calling it by flats this time around, so that you will be familiar with both of them. This is C sharp, but I'll call it D flat because that's flat. So let's come back to C again. This is C minor. This is C sharp or D flat minor. We'll still go half step forward. This is D minor. Take everything half step again. This is D sharp or E flat minor. Let's keep going. I'm just moving half step forward. This is E minor. Remember, this is your E major triad, but this is the major third, so we are flattening it. To flat is just to take it a half step lower. So this is E minor. We'll still take it half step forward. Sorry, this is F major, but the major third, you just take it a half step lower, so to give you F minor. Now I'm not going to make a mistake. Now let's take everything half step to get our F sharp minor, F sharp or G flat. So this is F sharp or G flat minor. We've already covered the major chords, so we are covering the minor chords now. Everything half step forward. This is G minor, half step. This is A sharp, sorry, G sharp or A flat minor. Let's take it half step forward. This is A minor. This is your root on the left and this is the chord on the right. Half step forward. This is B flat minor. Let's take it half step forward again. This is B minor. I don't know if I called this correct. This is A sharp or B flat minor. Then this is B minor. Then back to C. Now let's play the major. I need you to do something for me right now. I need you to pause this video and try to do it as an exercise. Try to cycle play the minor chords and try to cycle the 12 keys, I want you to really familiarize yourself with it, so that when I just say play F minor, you know this is F minor. If I say play E flat minor, you should know this is it. If I say play G minor, you should know this is it. And the logic is just for you to, from your major chord, you just flatten the third to get your minor. So if you've done that and you've mastered it, come back and let's continue. So let's come back to C. I told you your 1 is always going to be a major. Since we have cycled all the 12 keys, we can now play the chords for our major scale. Our 2 is always going to be minor. So what is the chord for D minor? This is your D major chord. Then flatten the third. So this is D minor. This is how you get the chords. Your 3 is always going to be a minor as well, which is E. What is E minor, guys? This is E minor. Then let's go to the 4. The 4 is always going to be a major. Your 5 is always going to be major. So let's go to the 5. The 5 is going to be G. What's the chord for G? G major triad. Then your 6 is always going to be minor. I know I've not taught you diminish, so the 7 is always going to be diminish. This is the diminish. Just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then back to the 1. Next, we are going to cover inversions.